what is the difference between these two books? By raise of hands, how many of you would like to read Powerless? Okay, now how many of you would like to read Fourth Wing? Although these pictures might look similar, you truly can't judge a book by its cover. According to Goodreads, which is the world's largest platform for readers and book recommendations, one of these fantasy books ranks among the top 5 for sexually explicit content, while the other is highly rated for being clean and suitable for young audiences. Do you know which book you picked? Books can be just as, if not more explicit than movies, and should be required to have age ratings and content warnings to ensure that readers know exactly what lies within its pages. As a reader and lover of literature, I have had many surprising encounters with the inappropriate content that is found within many of today's books. Chances are that you, or maybe even a loved one, has had similar experiences. Today, with 2 compelling points, I will show you the need for a rating system in the world of literature, as well as steps that we can take now to make them the new standard. Too often, parents of readers, and even readers themselves, have no idea the type of material a book contains until it is too late. A few years ago, while on a phone call with my 12-year-old niece, I remember being shocked to hear about some of the inappropriate books that my young niece was allowing into her mind. She was completely unaware the negative effects this type of literature would have on her life. Our current system is failing. Simply placing a book in the library in the youth or young adult section doesn't give readers, parents, or anyone for that matter enough insight into what the book actually contains. This isn't only concerning for youth and parents, but especially for us young adult readers. What the world might place in a library shelf for college students may not align with the values we try to live by as BYU students, and more importantly, as followers of Jesus Christ. In today's book market, sexually explicit content is gaining popularity, particularly among young adults. Many argue that this type of literature is harmless. However, new research shows this is simply not true. Cara Pelt, a Canadian author for Focus on the Family, states that reading erotica can be just as harmful as watching sex tapes and can negatively impact our current as well as future relationships. Further evidence is found in an article by Fight the New Drug, which states that the constant exposure to sexual intimacy found within literature can lead to a pornography addiction. Now, I know that you and I are not actively seeking out this type of material, but we're often exposed to it anyways in the literature we read. In a recent survey I conducted here at BYU, 87% of respondents claimed that the rating of a movie often affects whether or not they watch that movie. Providing a rating system for literature will give us readers that same level of agency and allow us to make informed decisions. Book ratings should be advocated for and started. For movies, it began way back in 1968 when the first ever film rating was released. For video games, it was more recent. It was in 1994. The Entertainment Software Rating Board was created in response to concerned parents regarding content. The need for book ratings is right now. Despite this urgency, there are 2 prevalent arguments made against this movement. The first, that it is a form of censorship. Censorship is defined as the suppression or removal of works of art or literature from the market. Ratings won't be removing anything from the market. Rather, they will be adding information which allows us to make informed decisions. The second argument, it's impossible because there's just too many books. But take, for example, the FDA. If the FDA can label every food available on the market to protect us physically, why can't we do the same for every book on the market to protect ourselves mentally? Change needs to start, and there's no better time than right now. We can start by supporting organizations that share our vision. Common Sense Media, for example, is dedicated to helping families thrive in today's world by providing age ratings for AI, media, video games, and even literature. On their website, you can sign up for updates and opportunities to get involved in this movement and help advocate for a rating system. Reach out to them, as well as other organizations that care about this issue. Show them that we support this movement and would like to see a rating system go universal. Stand with me and countless others to help create a safer, more transparent reading world by advocating for a rating system in books. I want you to take one final look at these two books. Now that you can judge them by their covers, don't you feel more empowered to choose which one you would like to read? With the proper rating system, we give every reader wings to explore the world of literature confidently and safely.